Hi everyone, Adonis here from Adonis Fit, and today I'm going to take you through a full body stretch routine you can do anytime, any place. Ready? Let's go. Starting with some head circles to the left, ensuring that my head falls evenly in all directions, left, back, right, and forward. Getting a nice deep stretch in each direction and reverse. Same thing, allow that head weight to fall evenly in every direction, allowing your cervical spine to open up your neck, your jawline, your face. Now we're going to take it from right to left, opening up those traps, opening up that neck, and getting our balance and stance together as well. From here, you can see me start to incorporate this movement into my chest and my shoulders, now down into my sides and into my hips, opening things up on my lateral lines. Fantastic job, guys. Keep it up. And we're going to go up and down, up and down, shaking your head yes and no. Continuing to open up that cervical spine, the front of that neck, the chest. Excellent. Let's take a deep breath, arms overhead. Grasping one side of my head, whichever you choose, with one hand while I push away and down with my other arm. This creates a nice amount of tension in the side of that neck and really gives you a nice deep stretch. Here we repeat on both sides. Fantastic work. Ensuring that you're not pulling too hard. Pull is nice and gentle, yet still feeling a nice generous stretch. Excellent work, guys. From here, we're stretching the back of the neck, clasp, interlace both hands behind the head, pulling down slightly, just enough where you feel a nice stretch going into the top of that neck, maybe down into your mid to lower back, depending on how flexible or unflexible you are. Phenomenal job, guys. Excellent. Let's take it with some full body openers, a squat and a shoulder press. Opening up our hips, our backs, our shoulder, our chest. Stretching those hamstrings and adductors. And really making sure that my feet are planted into the floor. My stance is nice and secure. Excellent here. I'm staying in the squatter position, supporting my weight, and then pulsing my heels, my toes out and in, out and in. Start to open up those hip flexors. Open up that glute med. Excellent. Open up those adductors. Now allow my hips and lower back to start to soften. Excellent job, guys. Breathe, making sure that the weight of my body is in the balls of my feet. Excellent, excellent, excellent. My core is engaged. Now the goal here when I'm squatting is to get a deeper stretch each time. So as I squat, I bring my chest and my stomach a bit closer to my thighs, right? As I gain that depth, I keep that position and allow my legs to push me up while my chest and my stomach remain in that lowered, extended stretch position. This allows me to deepen my stretch every time I come up, every time I squat down. Excellent. Taking a nice slow roll up the spine to take a deep lunge back with that left foot. I call this the high V, the triangle pose. From here, you're going to hold this for just a bit and rock it out. Nice static stretch to begin with, and then rocking it out to start opening up things a bit more. Deeper in those hamstrings, deeper in those glutes, and the adductors. Excellent. Take a deep lunge back with me here. You're doing a fantastic job. Now here we're going to ensure that there's a nice straight line from the front knee to the back of that foot, that I'm pushing downward with my hips, and that I'm staying engaged in my feet to keep my balance. Notice my shoulders are still low and away from my ears as we begin to rock once more, open things up a bit more from that static hold. Please feel free to breathe. Breathing allows oxygen to flow to the muscles. Oxygen allows muscles to release. Here we come down to our squared hip exercise, ensuring that both of our hips are in a nice parallel position as we reach up and fold over that front leg, giving us a nice deep hamstring stretch. Now, if you're doing this with proper form, regardless of how flexible you are, you should be able to feel a nice stretch. Ensuring that my ears are away from my shoulders. I have a nice long neck. Let's see if we can put that right elbow onto the floor next to that front leg. This is going to give you a nice, beautiful, deep front hamstring stretch. That was a bit difficult for you. Try placing your opposite elbow on the floor. This should take the intensity down just a bit. If that's okay for you, try to put both elbows on the floor. These are all progressions and degressions and can be used in any manner you see fit. Whether you want to start a bit harder and ease up, or start easy and take the intensity up, all of these stretches are modifiable. I'm attempting to show you several variations based on your skill level. From here, we're taking a nice deep quadricep stretch. I'm using the wall as an assistance. As you can see, I backed myself into this wall, place my back foot and shin onto the wall, and then place my body in this upright position, achieving a nice deep stretch through that quadricep, through that hip flexor, and all the way up into that psoas muscle, deep into the abdominal region. From here, we take a nice forward fold, and we swap it out, baby. Taking my left leg in front, I am going to hold a static stretch here before I start my rock to start to open things up a bit. Ensuring that my weight is evenly distributed between both of my feet. I'm rocking onto my toes and onto my heels. And there's a softness in my neck and in my back, keeping my spine nice and neutral. Excellent. Ensure to breathe. We're going to take a deep lunge back. Excellent. Notice there's a nice straight line from my knee to my buttock. And I'm taking my hips and pressing those toward the floor as much as possible. Excellent. See that straight line there? That's what we want to achieve. Nice hamstring stretch, nice quadricep stretch, and great balance in between both feet. Excellent, guys. From here, let's take a rock. Opening up hamstrings, hip flexors, quads, adductors, even the calves here. As we step back into our squared hips exercise, ensuring that both hips are parallel to one another. My front leg is nice and straight. I've lifted out of my lower back to reach forward over that leg, introducing a nice deep stretch to that front hamstring. Excellent, guys. Again, we're going to take the stretch a bit deeper. If you are a bit more flexible, take the same arm as that leg that's in front, that left arm and left leg, and place that left elbow on the floor. If you are not as flexible, take your outside arm or that right arm next to your front left leg and place it on the floor. If you are deeply flexible, take both of your arms and place them on the floor right next to that front leg. This is going to help you achieve a deep, nice hamstring stretch. Coming out of it nice and easy, nice and neutral. And again, we're going to go back into this quadricep wall-assisted stretch here. Taking my time, finding my balance, ensuring that the stretch is not overpowering my body, overpowering my will, overpowering what I have to give today, right? Ensuring that my body and my posture and form are great to achieve the best stretch that I possibly can. Proper mechanics make a world of a difference in sports, athletic training, dance training, and especially stretching.